Welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters here live from Shenzhen in China. How are you doing, Moonglades?
I'm doing good, man. We still have one great game left to go, so I am very happy and very excited to still be here.
It is the rematch.
It is the rematch.
From the game that we casted earlier.
A very one-sided match, dare I say. HerO's going to have to turn it around. He's going to have to show something that we haven't seen because Solar is looking like ZvP is his best matchup by far, and he plays it so well.
And here is the bracket to update you guys. If you're just joining us, maybe some early birds from Europe, good morning to you guys if you're just now tuning in. And good evening to everyone in America still with us. But today's been an interesting day. We've been covering all of Group C, as you can see. Solar easily 2-0'd HerO before. Really, really one-sided. Puck, unfortunately, last place in this group, narrowly losing out to both Jaedong and HerO. But HerO did survive down in that low bracket versus Puck, and now must face off in the rematch versus Solar in a series that both of us did commentate on earlier. And I wasn't lying when I said it was one-sided. It
was ridiculously one-sided. It was such an impressive play from Solar. I mean, it couldn't have gone any better. There's simply no way it could have gone any better, especially that first game was just everything went Solar's way. And he's clearly extremely comfortable in the matchup, and these maps suit his style very well.
Yeah, they do, and unfortunately he narrowly lost versus Jaedong in that best of 3 series that we just finished covering. But now is a time for the young 18-year-old from Samsung Kong to really stand out in this group because he has an opportunity, and a golden one, to move through to the round of 8. But this guy, an experienced veteran in the StarCraft 2 international scene, HerO, a multiple DreamHack champion, a previous Intel Extreme Masters champion. He's won other tournaments as well. And right now, if we look at the previous result, he is facing elimination in this series. It's up to that guy right now on screen to change this. It's all down to him.
Yeah, I mean, he has the experience to do so. He's been in so many tournaments. He knows what he has to do, and he's stayed alive so far. I mean, narrowly defeating Puck. Maybe not showing his strongest games, but he's really going to have to turn it on against Solar. I mean, Solar just had way too much fun with him those 2 games.
He's an absolute killer. He's an 18-year-old. He's been in StarCraft now, including Brood War, for 4 to 5 years, and he's 18 years old.
That's insane. He had his teenage years in StarCraft. You know, he's been growing up with this game. He is so accustomed to it. And it's great to see him finally out there in an international tournament and see him playing so well.
Playing so well, and he does have, as mentioned, a good chance to move through here. But it is down to HerO to see if he can really... Well, I think he did drop the anchor when it came to the PvP series against Puck, and he did step it up a couple of levels, played better overall.
He did.
And now has a chance to step that up once more against Solar. If he plays the same, there's no doubt in my mind that Solar will win this, but it is now down to HerO to see if he can knuckle down, and especially in Protoss versus Zerg, just make no mistakes, play clean, get a lot of scouting information. You know how Solar likes to play, which is the added benefit, I suppose, if you look at it when you get to have a rematch scenario.
That's the positive side to losing to a player like this. You know why you lost, you know the style, and a great thing about Protoss is they have so many options, especially against Zerg. He can play a different way. He can play a way that'll suit to deal with mass Zergling especially a lot better. So I definitely think we could see something fresh from HerO if he's up to it.
Well, these players are just going to be going through the veto process any moment now. You may have caught the glimpse of an admin hand and a coin in his hand as well. That Solar was looking to decide if he won the coin toss to decide if he goes first or second in the map veto process. But this is a great chance here for Solar, and he really has been stepping it up multiple levels over the last good couple of months. He's well known in Korea for his Zerg versus Protoss, and he's landed on his best matchup here to advance through. He's a little bit worrisome about the Terrans left in the tournament if he is able to make it through. Innovation, potentially MMA and Tasia as well.
Yeah, and I mean, we did see the very standard maps the first time around too. Both players not really comfortable on these new maps that we see. So it looks like we're going to be starting off on King Sejong Station. We did see the second game go this way, and Solar played insanely good on this map. It's a very comfortable map for experienced Zerg players, and it's great for mass Zergling style.
So just to recap, some of you who may have missed the series earlier on, it was a 2-0 for Solar. In game 1, there was a hatch block. Started out by Solar, who blocked a Nexus first that HerO was attempting to do, and then HerO after that decided to try and go for a cannon rush, which put him so far behind because it didn't work. And from that position, HerO tried to be aggressive. He moved out into an already aggressive Solar and then just caught out in the middle of the map, and the game was instantly over pretty much.
Some really uncharacteristic mistakes actually in those first series. Like losing all your sentries like that.
Yeah, no Mothership Core
It's
support.
an instant win, and I believe he even said that in his interview with Susie. He's just like, yep, this is what happens, you know, if you lose all your sentries, I'm going to roach Link and kill you.
All right, and then in game 2, we saw HerO play a more standardized game, but got caught out by a heavy Zergling style. Couldn't keep his third alive for long enough to reap the benefits from it, and eventually got overwhelmed by Ling, Roach, Corruptor. A couple of added Swarmos in there. It was just a quite not so much close series. But here we are in the rematch, and it's a best of 3 again. And up here to the top left-hand side, as the Samsung Gone Galaxy Zerg spawning as red, it's Solar.
Nice little angle there.
Beautiful angle. And then, of course, down here playing for Team Liquid in the blue as Protoss, it is, of course, HerO, who did come off that victory at the Interstellar Masters Cologne, going into the Interstellar Masters World Championship. Didn't fare as well there, but another season, another chance.
Yep, he's definitely given himself a lot of chances over the years. He's had so many tournaments and so many finals, so many victories. So I definitely don't count Liquid HerO out whatsoever.
Well, he's decided to move out very early with his probe here, right over to the side of the map, and is going to butt heads with the drone scout by the looks of it. Where is he? Actually, where is he going? Why is he going around that way?
This is interesting because the Overlord's going to see it anyway. So it's not going right. And that pylon at the ramp of the natural leads me to believe it will be a forge eventually, unless he decides not to. Very aggressive probe scout.
Very aggressive, and Solar just sends his probe back. No need to scout. He's seen a probe on the other side of the map, knows that a potential forge could be coming down, as you say, and it looks like he is going to throw down a 14 spawning pole. And this works in 2 ways. If there is a cannon rush, obviously the spawning pole's faster, but if it is a Nexus first on the flip side, and if this isn't walled off properly, or isn't walled off fast, if HerO's too greedy, these Lings are going to come out a little bit faster than usual.
You can definitely apply a lot of pressure and force out some extra buildings to kind of block off that Sim City to, you know, waste a lot of minerals there. So either way, and also there's a kind of a style, especially you see on ladder, where like the probe comes out so fast and it's like an aggressive like cannon contain. Like he puts a pylon in the middle of your natural and throws down 3 cannons, and like from there, like unless you have your pool early enough, you just can't stop it.
Well, the hatchery's been blocked. I mean, the hatchery's been blocked multiple times here. Is that in the right position? It seems a little bit off.
Yeah, that's in the right position. Just, he made it very quickly.
All right, forge down immediately behind that, as well as a second pylon, and HerO will start to make that wall. 2 Lings on the way, which will clear that probe out and eventually allow Solar to take his 3rd hatchery, as that drone seems to be leaving his base ready to do so.
Yeah, so a very kind of standard game going on here. You know, good reactions. HerO kind of taking the greedier build, but yeah, not too far, not too different. I mean, both naturals will finish around the same time, and that 3rd base will get Solar ahead, just as Zerg always wants a base ahead of the Protoss. Otherwise, their units are simply just not enough, and Protoss is too cost efficient. Yeah.
All right, well, the probe's been chased away now. He did get the scout of the 3rd base, so he knows that this is quite a standardized game, as you were describing just now. And what pathway is HerO going to take? Obviously, he's going to need to throw down his cyber core very shortly to create a wall on that natural, and then decisions are going to have to be made from him. Which tech choices are going to go down? Is he even going to choose a tech? Is he going to stay on gateway heavy for a little bit longer? That seemed to be how he's preferred to play so far in this matchup.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting last time on this map. He went for a fast warp prism with like a Zealot and 2 Stalkers and tried to do a little bit of damage. Didn't really do anything. Never got the +1 until very, very late. And yeah, it kind of fell apart from there. It looks like he wasn't exactly sure what he was doing, or like Solar made him so uncomfortable that he wasn't like wasn't confident enough to do his strategy after all. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what he's going to go for. Clearly not going to be a +1 anytime soon, considering his gas right now.
Well, as a professional Zerg, what do you think? What's the thing that stands out the most for Solar? When you look at him and compare him to yourself or other Zergs, what is he so good at that makes him stand out?
I feel like he has such a strong understanding of the matchup, to a point where he's so comfortable in skipping roaches completely, going into mass Zergling, going to upgrade Zergling, then staying on Zergling, going into Corrupted, going straight into Swarm Host. This kind of style, very aggressive style, and requires a lot of experience in the matchup to like to not lose to any sort of all-in, because, I mean, if we see like a gateway all-in, if we see some sort of timing, you can't just die because you're on Zerglings. You know, Zerglings are pretty weak against Archons. They're weak against fast upgrades. They're weak against Colossi, Storm. There's so many weaknesses to it. And he's shown time and time again that he's so confident and he's so strong that he's not afraid, and he makes it work every time.
Well, he's about to enter the main base of HerO with an Overlord that came from the southwest, and may just get the scout of this Stargate. It's very close. There it is, and he does get the scout, and he will see the Phoenixes on the way as well. So HerO going up towards Stargate, and will be playing an older style that we don't see as often now, but I mean, it did come out in the GSL finals when we saw Classic versus Sue. He did use this a couple of times.
Yeah, it's still a great style. It gives you map control, gives you complete scouting ability, and gives you potential to do a lot of damage and defend your third base. One thing, we finally see the +1 attack upgraded for HerO. I feel like that was a little bit late considering his bank, and like he had enough money for quite some time to get that. And it's kind of essential to get that for your third base, because you need Zealots that can deal with Zerglings pretty quickly. And
here we have Solo just going to his go-to style, double Evolution Chamber down, no Roach Horn at all. So we're pretty much expecting to see the Zergling upgrades once again, +1 melee and +1 Carapace come in. And we already have 4 Lings out and 12 more on the way. There's a massive opportunity here for him to open up with a lot of Lings, because he's expecting that third base to be planted soon, as that is the normal and regular time for Protoss to do so. And there's a lot of Lings out which could force the denial on it before it's up and running, or at least before a cannon's been built.
Yeah, I mean, Warp Gate is only just finished, and +1 is a long way off, so Zergling timing at this point would be great. Obviously, we do see Phoenixes, so Phoenix aren't going to help too much against Zergling, especially when they're busy in the natural of Solar. So this timing can definitely do some work.
I know a couple of Overlords have been picked off there by HerO, but no supply bot because Solar was on top of it, already had some extra ones being built. A couple of drones on this gas have been picked off as well, but the Lings are over there. The third hasn't been put down yet, as it looks like HerO doesn't want to have to cancel it. He knows that the threat's there. He's playing it smartly, but Zealots do get a bit of a surround, but all the Zerglings on the Zealots, but they do back off towards that cannon. 3 more warped in, and I think HerO's played this really nicely. He hasn't tried to get it down when he knew it would probably get cancelled. He rushed the robotics bay out here, and then, of course, is looking towards that Colossus tech. And he's going to get that +1 attack, and with the units that he has, he should be able to get that third down now.
Yeah, definitely. It's still a while off getting 1-1 for the Zerglings, so these Zealots can definitely do a lot of work, can definitely defend this third base when it finally goes down. And with this fast Colossi, when 1-1 is finally finished, you know, he might actually have Colossus out, and he can just simply keep the Zerglings at bay, which is going to be essential.
Interesting. Big switch up from HerO, which we don't see very often. Second Forge and Twilight counts are coming in.
Wow.
Interesting here.
Very interesting.
And that's a lot of gas that's going to be taken away from Colossus production and Sentry production that is vital at this point of the game.
Yeah, you really need a third
Is he
base.
even going to play Colossus?
I think he has to at least get a couple. Considering the Zergling style of Solar, you need something. You need an AoE to deal with Zerglings. You can't just power them down with mass gateway. So we do see a lot of Zerglings, and they're looking for something.
Yeah, there's quite a few more out there now. 1-1 not done yet, but +1 attack is done for these Zealots, so they slice them apart. And there's a lot more Lings coming, though. +1-1 for the Zerglings now done, or just seconds away, and 20 additional Lings. Solar, very aggressive with his production here.
Very aggressive, and he could make it
come
work.
in. 3 sentries for support here. 1, 2, and a third force field is available, and it does back off with these sentries. And the Zerglings trading very well against these Zealots there. But it looks like he should be able to hold this with an extra warping down there. Cannon now walled in. But noticeable that the Spire was spotted by the Phoenixes. Does that make a big impact on HerO's gameplay?
It does if he kind of reacts to it. I mean, so far we see Blink and +2 coming out, so he could be going for like a Blink Stalker timing at some point here. We're gonna have to wait and see. Going Mutas into kind of like a Blink Stalker all-in can be quite fatal for sure. But I feel like Solar does have the map advantage. He does have the upgraded Lings, which do very well against Stalkers. He has the tempo, like he's constantly forcing out these warp-ins that Liquid HerO doesn't want to do. And he's going into Muted Corruptor.
Yeah, Muted Corruptor, so it will shut down that Warp Prism unless the Zealots just walk over there, and depending on where the Mutalisks and Corruptors are. Interesting, we don't see Colossus at all, though. It's just double upgrades coming in. A lot of gateway units, and the Tempo Archive is really, really fast here. HerO seems to be maybe adapting to his opponent's strategy and style overall by going for this, but we'll see. You did, point out that no Colossus can be a potential threat against heavy Zerglings here.
Yeah, and I mean, at the same time, Solar is adapting to HerO. He's scouting that it is going to be like Robotech, Colossus Tech, and he's like, okay, I'm going to go into Muta from here. I don't have to go into Swarmers. I don't have to go into Corruptor from here. I can just go into Muta, control your economy, do a lot of damage. There's no Phoenix on the map. Sure, you got Blink Stalker, but they're not mobile enough to stop Mutas.
And a 4th base and 5th base is on the way now for Solo, which will enable them to have a lot of gas income. He'd be pushing 1,000 gas per minute here. And that's a lot if he's throwing it into Mutalisk. Blink Stalkers do protect his main base, but he has lost a little bit. Where is that Warp Prism? That Warp Prism should definitely be being used at this point. But I guess he's spending all his resources in trying not to take too much damage from these Mutalisks.
Yeah, just the constant pressure from Solar, constantly sitting outside the bases with these Zerglings. Mutas flying in from every angle. He's got to invest in cannons. He's got to invest in, looks like Phoenix at this point, and some Blink Stalkers. He has no resource to cancel a 5th base.
Well, surely at this point for HerO, it's sit down, tuck tight on 3 bases, don't take damage, build up a big army, and then look for kind of a move out once you're at a high supply.
Yeah, get that hard counter for these Mutas. Kind of just not take any damage here, and this is a big fight.
Gonna need a couple of force fields here to protect, but they go down instantly. The Archon at the front dealing out a lot of damage, but it is gonna fall. The second one falls as well here, and this is a big blow to HerO. Stalkers come in, but there is a lot of Zerglings here, and then we have the good old switch, the good old fly into the main base from Solar, and he really is commanding this game. He's making all the right moves, and HerO just seems to be always on the back foot.
Yeah, and he's up 60 supply right now. I mean, this is kind of an army that can be countered to the point where even such an upgrade advantage will not win you the game. Population advantage will not give you the advantage you have to win. Like, Protoss can still come back from here if they make the right units and defend on 3 base, get that death ball up, and deal with it.
And he's got to keep defending, though. He's so far behind in supply, and the Mulas come in, and bye-bye Mothership Core, instantly picked off there. And Solar goes in again. He's going to target down the cannon, and there's so many Zerglings here. What does HerO really have? It's 200 supply by Solar, and HerO's in a lot of trouble right now. The Blink Stalkers from the natural come down, but the Lings meet and greet them, and then you've got the Lings in the probe line, and there is a lot of probes going down now. 32 have been killed. The 3rd has been exposed, and if HerO loses this 3rd Nexus, then as you said, 3 bases it could work. 2, probably not.
Probably not. And I mean, he just doesn't have the AoE to deal with these Zerglings. He's got Mass Stalker, sure they're good against Mutas, but with this many Zerglings, it's going to be a terrible trade every time. No Archons, no Colossi, no Storm, nothing. Not even enough cannons to kind of help out.
I think we can all see at the bottom here, HerO's facial expressions. He's puffing air and he knows he's in trouble. He's pushed back to his 2 bases. He's below 90 supply. And Solar is going to take 3 games in a row today against HerO, and this is just an absolutely convincing game. The Zealots harassing these bases, but there isn't enough to defend at home. GG is called.
And just, he's like, what?
Yeah, whoa.
Whoa, it's
whoa,
finished.
I'm 3-0, whoa.
It's over, it's over.
Whoa, one more game and I'm through to the round of 8. Yo, did you just see what I did? Did you see that I just 3-0'd this guy?
I'm in complete control right now.
He can't stop me. Yo. Hello, he can't stop me. And HerO
is like, oh my god.
Can't be stopped.
I can't stop this guy. What do I do? He's even talking smack about me now.
Oh.
It's like, I might actually cry at this point.
Oh dear, man. HerO in a lot of trouble right now. He's facing elimination from this tournament. He has to win the next 2 games in a row. It is going to be Overgrowth, the next map here, so it is just a very generic map for both sides.
Not a bad map for either side.
But what do you think the key to success that we just saw in Seoul? What did he do that stood out that was like, all right, that was the move that won him the game, or set of moves?
He simply identified what HerO had planned, reacted to it, didn't have to change tech whatsoever, and HerO didn't adapt again. Like, it's a game of adaptation. You gotta control your army quality. You gotta have the right kind of units to deal with it. Right. And Solar constantly manipulating the army. It's like, okay, he's got Mass Zergling. I'm gonna go into Colossi. Okay, he's going Muta. I didn't have anything to do with it. I have Mass Stalker. Guess what? That doesn't work against Zergling. Yeah,
and I think we saw towards the end of that game, around the production tab, or if we floated around the base, is that the fleet beacon and stuff was coming in, and that's obviously like, oh, I need this, but obviously way too late for HerO.
Yeah.
I was just looking to get up towards the Phoenix count and range and so on and so on, but game 1 down. Game 2, seconds away from starting. Liquid HerO against Solar. Which player is going to move through in second place to join Jaedong as the 6th player to go through? Up here to the top right is the Red Zerg from Samsung Khan. It is Solar making a massive impact on the international scene right now with his performances here at the Intel Extreme Masters. And a player who needs his next 2 games in a row and is the blue Protoss player playing for Team Liquid. It is, of course, HerO.
Yes, and this map, you know, I believe we did see this map in the very first game of Solar versus HerO. And Solar playing very convincing as usual. I wonder if we're going to see the Zerglin style again. We did see HerO go out and kind of throw this game in a way, throwing away those sentries the very first game, making a very uncharacteristic mistake. So we'll have to see if he's going to tighten up his game in this map. Is he going to play something different? Is he going to find a way to deal with this really aggressive, controlling Zerg that Solar was playing?
Small thing here, Solar did send a drone towards his natural to see if there was any pylon, cannon rush, or anything around there. You can see the radius that's been scouted already. Didn't want to lose instantly. No,
don't want to get cheesed out here. And he looks like he's going to go for that hatch first. And it's going to be the right choice considering Liquid HerO going for that Nexus first. So a blind, greedy game from Solar. Something we haven't seen yet. But definitely the right choice when you're up 1-0. You have a game to spare. Going to take this advantageous kind of build order.
And he does have a drone around the hatchery as well to see if he's being cannon rushed or anything. That he doesn't obviously want that to happen. And it's not going to happen in this game, as you see the Nexus planted. Gateway right behind it here from HerO. So he's going to take one of the better, if not the most economic build that Protoss could really wish for at the start of the game here, aside from like 3 Nexus or something.
I'd love to see that, but I don't think we're at that point yet.
3 hatchery, though.
3 hatchery.
Versus this Nexus first. HerO will go over towards this and will spot that the hatchery's been planted down very early on, so he knows that this is 3 hatch before spawning pool.
Yeah. So both players kind of playing as greedy as they possibly can at this point. Bar the scout and the drone on the natural. Like, if they weren't there, then it'd be even greedier, and that'd be like suicide greed. It's like
suicide greed.
It's like, I'm so greedy that I will die from this if you scout and punish me. Like,
do you think that the way that Solar's played with 3 hatcheries here is, it looks like HerO's faking a cannon rush, by the way, on the 3rd. Obviously that the Overlord just here hasn't spotted that there's a forge or anything, but upon seeing gas beam mine, he's like, all right, man.
Yeah, nice try, buddy.
Yeah, nice try. Just cancel that building already.
Yeah.
Do you think that HerO can take a pretty fast 3rd himself in this game? Like 6, pushing 7 minute mark?
He could definitely do that, for sure. We do see it a lot on this map. He'll want to get like a pretty fast forge and like obviously 3 or 4 gateways to help out, but the way ZvP is going, Protoss have been taking faster and faster 3rd bases, and they can do so quite easily with the way they're making their sim cities these days, boxing in like a little cannon in between some gateways and pylons, and the Mothership Core obviously having a huge impact early on for defense.
Well, it is being chrono boosted out right now. HerO's gone inside the main base of Solar, saw no gases, so he knows that there's like no threat to him at all right now. He pokes in again for a second look. Still, no gases have been taken by his opponent, and now the probe is gone and HerO's in the dark, but that's a lot of information he's gathered. 3 hatch before pool, still no gases from his opponent, which can mean 2 things here. It can mean that HerO would like to be a little bit aggressive towards this, knowing that defensive capabilities are a little bit limited currently. Or he could be pushing himself towards the 3rd base, knowing that aggression is limited by not having gases yet.
Very well said, and it's very true. It's the 2 options he has, be greedy or punish it. And so far, we see kind of him getting rid of all Overlords, so it's gonna be up to Solar to actually find out which one is it gonna be. Is he gonna go for that greed? But 2 Zerglings get in at the same time, and they can find just about everything he needs to know. Yeah,
how much will they gather? They're trying to run towards the back here. They don't give a damn about probes and stalkers right now. He's looking. Any chrono boost in these structures? No. Okay. No, didn't see any added on other structures either. And here is a fast 3rd base from HerO. The Overlord was picked off, so Solar is in the dark. HerO's made a decision. It is going to be greed. It's off a single gateway, this.
Yeah.
1 gateway, 3 Nexus, now the Forge, now the gateway. And Solar's thrown down a Roach Roar, and he's got no idea still. Doesn't know what this is. And he's got an Overlord trying to figure out some more on the left-hand side. But still, that's not going to get him that much info either, really.
No, and I mean, at the same time, Liquid HerO is going to be applying the pressure, forcing out Zerglings that Solar doesn't want to make, kind of stop the creep progression. Trying to swipe off anything he can, just create a little bit of a distraction while this 3rd base goes up. And it's perfect.
Down. Yeah, I mean, 16 lings have been built. Circling speed is nowhere near. Oh, HerO has to dance around here. Doesn't want to use a recall. It's slow lings. You don't want to waste energy here, but he has to.
That's kind of a worry, considering that third base is nearly finished. Circlings come down. If they try and cancel it or anything, like, it could be a major disaster here.
Yeah, luckily for HerO at this point, 11 additional drones. That can, it could be good, it could be bad for him, depending on which way you want to look at it. It means that Solar's going to have a great economy, but it also means that Solar's not looking to further the aggression towards this third base. And a fourth hatchery planted on the gold here for Solar, really early. A very money-heavy game.
Very money-heavy.
Money.
Let's agreed. Money. And I like it. I like it a lot. And it's kind of the same way Solar played that very first game against HerO. He kind of saw what was happening, took that fast fourth base, and went into roach ling aggression. And we're seeing that again. And we have 4 gas so far for Solar, so we can transition pretty safely into something else. But we'll have to wait and see exactly what his game plan is, because Solar seems to be a very crafty Zerg, especially in this matchup.
HerO sees units being made from these hatcheries now, not drones, and he doesn't see all 6 gases either. He only saw 4, knowing that that's most likely a lot of mineral heavy, which means Zergling heavy. So he's added on 4 additional cannons. 3 Stalkers being warped in, plus 1 attack on the way, 2 cannons on the natural, 2 cannons on the third. He knows aggression is coming, and he knows that all he really needs to do is defend and not lose versus this heavy Ling Roach play.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, Solar knows what he's scouted. He knows he's kind of manipulated Liquid HerO into being defensive, and he's going into Spire again. So we might very well see another sort of Muta switch and could do a lot of damage.
3 free roaches. I had to say that very carefully.
You did. That's a bit of a tongue twister.
It was a tongue twister. Another hallucinated Phoenix been sent out by HerO, gathering more info. He sees a drone transfer now to the 4th, and actually sees no drones on the 3rd. That's funny, but spots the Spire as well. So this game just all about money, but the scouting information is so vital from both sides, always grabbing intel from one side to the other, so they can start to really mold correctly into where they need to be.
Yeah, I mean, he saw the Spire, but he's like, hey, you know, I'm not going to go Stargate, I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm going to go into Immortal Blink upgrades. So it's a very interesting kind of style from HerO, and it's something we don't see as often as, you know, Stargate, Mass Phoenix, the very hard counter to Mass Air from Zerg.
There's a lot of gas in the bank. Mutalisks.
Mutalisks, I think indeed. And we do see 2 Stargate finally go down.
Well, HerO's reaction's spot on. His game reading is spot on. But there's a definitely window of opportunity here for these Mutas to do something. The Stargates are not ready. Is HerO is the next question. 2 more cannons being added on. This is a very heavy cannon game here, and they...
That's a 3rd Stargate as well, so he is going to go into that kind of hard counter, but he is going into it quite late compared to how fast Solar got out those Mutalisks.
Oh, imagine the Mutalisk coming in, sniping the Mothership Core right now.
Oh, I think that might as well happen.
Uh-oh, HerO's got to be very careful here. If this works for Solar, HerO does back off. He doesn't go further than need be. Very risky moment there for HerO. And it looks like he's not just going to lose his army. Warp Prison being made. Phoenix has been added on. A lot of lings here as well.
Yeah, and I mean, Solar's going to have to identify that there is 3 Stargate. Oh, losing an Immortal, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, 2 Stalkers and Immortal there for free, pretty much. Well, they were for free.
They were for free. And look at that army. It's still so small. These Zerglings can do some serious damage.
HerO, force fields. Here they come. 4, slap down. 5, 6, 7 come down. But the Mulas straight in. Oh, the army is completely surrounded. HerO has nothing else but this. He knows he's in trouble. The Phoenix is coming, but this cannot help. Oh, the force fields are going to go down and the lings are going to flood in. HerO caught out in the open there. And he is punished. He's down at 90 supply, and Solar seems absolutely unstoppable in this tournament. 170 supply. HerO's defending behind the natural, but the cannon's been broken down. Force was coming in last minute, and this could be the end of Liquid HerO in an instant. One thing to the next, and HerO is looking pretty bad right now. He's trying to get these Phoenixes out. He is dealing with the Mutalisks, but if this natural gets broken, the lings and roaches will flood in. There's a lot more on the way as well.
You know, you can't get rid of every Mutalisk at this point. Look how many Zerglings and Roaches there are. No amount of war weapons is going to help you at this point. You are simply
look at the mini-map. He's coming for the kill now. Units just way pointed over. Solar has realized and has picked up a crucial fight, and this looks like we are going to see the end of Liquid HerO and the Intellect Stream Masters. The robotics facility goes down, and Immortal pops out, but is instantly going to be killed here. 3 Void Rays, emergency Void Rays are coming through. Solar scratching his nose. He knows he's in a fantastic position right now. The natural's been absolutely ramsacked. And oh dearie me, look at this. HerO picking up the Immortal, trying to be cute with that, trying to save it, but it doesn't matter. 170 supply, and Solar, absolutely incredible performances today. This is some excellent play. He lost versus Jaedong, who is an expert in Zerg versus Zerg, but Solar is smashing the dreams of HerO out of this tournament. HerO trying to hold on with everything that he's got. He pushes this back for now, but the emphasis is on for now.
For now, and I mean, Solar has all the time in the world now to just go to max population and crush the third base. He's up on 4 base, and one of them is a gold base. And he knows exactly the tech of HerO. HerO is supply blocked at the moment. I think it's only a matter of time until Solar comes knocking on that ramp.
Yeah, here he comes once again. He breaks the natural, kills off the pylons instantly, and those are the ones that were going to help with the supply bot. The Phoenixes and Corruptors just going head-to-head with the units of each other, and this is very bleak here for HerO. I think he's starting to realize, as you can see at the bottom there, he's shaking his head. He knows that Solar has outclassed him not just once, but twice today. 2-0 earlier on in the first match of the day, and in the rematch, in the final game of Group C, he has bested him once again. The main is now being compromised. Everything is just crumbling here for HerO. He's sticking in this game, but we all know that this is over. GG called. Solar makes it out of Group C alongside Jaedong. What an excellent performance from the 18-year-old here. And he finds himself in the quarterfinals, joining Zest, San, Innovation, and Snoot. Not too many people thinking Solar would escape from today's group, but he makes it possible, eliminating Liquid HerO very early on here.
He kind of made it look easy. Again, his ZvP is just next level. It's just simply... it's a work of art. He plays it so well. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he does it so well, and HerO just didn't have an answer at all. He had no idea what he was going to do against this guy. He just got crushed every single time, getting caught out again and again.
Yeah, Solar just, once again, excellent play from Solar. There's one Terran through. He is a little bit worried about the Terrans going through. Innovation is his #1 worry right now. MMA and Tasia are playing very shortly, if not started already, and they, of course, will be some more worrisome Terrans. But so far, we've got 2 Protoss players through, Zest and San. We've got Snoot through, and now we have Solar and Jaedong. So far, pretty comfortable top 8 for Solar. He could go far.
Yeah, I actually have... it's going to really depend on his matchup. Is he going to run into another Terran or Zerg, or is he going to get another Protoss? So I think if he gets a Protoss, he can go pretty far.
That's right. So make sure to keep track of Solar in this tournament. Definitely a name to look out for here. Well, he is standing by with Susie, and I'm interested to see what he has to say again.
All right, guys, here we are. I think this is going to be our last and final interview for the day, and I've got Solar on the couch one more time. Game 1 and 2, I mean, there's not much to say except you played amazingly. You played great games, and you know it.
Yes.
Yes, he knows it. I mean, this is a rematch. You beat HerO before 2-0,
Yes.
and easily again 2-0.
Yeah.
What do you think of your opponent, HerO?
My best matchup was ZvP, so I think I can win. I can beat him, but in winners match I lost to Jaedong. It was really that when the match finished, I feel very sad. But when I meet against HerO, I know I will go to quarterfinal.
Awesome. That's great confidence coming from Solar right there. I mean, he did tell us earlier that he wants to win the entire tournament. But, you know, Jaedong's Zerg v Zerg is very good.
Yes.
So we all know this. Well, okay, so you said ZvP, best matchup.
Yes.
You played against Zerg already, but we haven't really seen you play against Terran.
Yeah.
And you said you're kind of scared for Innovation. So how do you think you're going to prepare for this?
Maybe just saw his beauties at hotel and prepare about my skills. Okay, and deep sleep.
Deep sleep.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense because, you know, at an international tournament like this, these players only find out, like, you don't even know who he's going to play in the round of 8. Right? You don't know your opponent yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so when he finds out, he's going to play at 10 a.m. He's got about 12 hours. So can you even practice? What can you do in that time? 그러니까 12시간밖에 없는데 준비할 수도 있는지 아니면 그 시간을 어떻게 사용을 할 건지.
Maybe watch my opponent's builds, all of builds, and thinking about my opponent, just thinking.
All of them.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is a lot of work this guy's gonna do. Wait, deep sleep and thinking about opponents.
Yes.
Both?
Yeah, boss.
All right. Well, so you came into this tournament through the Korean qualifier. You beat Life, you beat Deer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so far in the round of 8, we have Zest San, we have Innovation Snoot,
Okay.
and Jaedong.
Yeah.
These are all big name players, and they're higher than you in ranking for WCS.
Yes.
You know this.
Yeah.
So this makes you the underdog.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that more pressure to you or less pressure?
Maybe more pressure because I really wanna go BlizzCon. For go BlizzCon, I must win this tournament for WCS point. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow, this guy is just like really at it. Now, Zest, I had talked to Zest earlier.
Yeah.
Yesterday, and he told us in the KT house he practices 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
And then before, they practice like 12, 13 hours. How is it in the Samsung house?
Our practicing time is 8 hours, but I practice 14 hours in a day.
14 hours a day.
Yeah.
When do you eat?
It's 7 hours sleep and 3 hours to eat.
7 hours sleep, 3 hours to eat, and then the rest of the day he plays StarCraft.
Yeah.
So if you're not playing StarCraft,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Almost watch movie and listen to music.
Okay. I'm going to ask you about your teammate Stork.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of us know Stork from Brood War days, and you know him because you live together.
Yeah.
Are you very close?
Yeah, we are very close.
Yeah? Can you tell us a funny story about Stork?
He is oldest player in our house because he take care of all people very kindly. Yes, so very close with him.
좀 재밌는 에피소드 같은 건 없어?
I don't know.
No, okay. I don't think he wants to disclose any secrets from the Samsung house. We'll just leave it at that. Now, earlier I asked him if he could make a Zergling sound, and he said he can't. But since we know you love Zerglings,
Yes.
can you at least act like a Zergling?
Okay.
Okay? And there you go. I think that should be his ceremony. If you win,
Yeah.
you should do like a Zergling ceremony.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, great. Awesome. And with that interview, thank you so much. Congratulations for making the round of 8. And good luck in the next 12 hours. And back to you guys at the desk.
Hello and welcome back to the desk here. We are just about finished for the day here. We've wrapped up with Group C. We've had an excellent couple of days now. We've had 2 awesome days of StarCraft. And here are the groups updated so far. Zest and San through from Group A, Innovation and Suit from Group B, and now Solar and Jaedong. What do you think of those top 6 so far?
It's an amazing top 6. I mean, Snoot getting out of that group is absolutely amazing, and I'm so excited to see Snoot in the round of 8. I'm really looking forward to Zest and San as well. And I mean, Solar, I really want to see this guy go far. And Jaedong, you know what? I want everyone to do well in this tournament. It's so exciting. There's so many great players.
It's an awesome set of players, and as you saw on the right-hand side there, Group D is left. We will not be covering it here on this stream, but our second stream, which is handled by ESL America. Roddy and Nathanius doing it for us, so do make sure to head over to that stream once we finish up here in a couple of seconds and check out Group D. Who's going to advance through? Jim, MMA, Tasia, or Life? Which one are you favoring there?
I want to see Life and Tasia through. But I also want to see some Chinese pride there, so I kind of want Jim to get through as well.
You want everyone to go through again.
Man, why can't we just play like a massive round robin again every day until we choose a winner at the end, you know?
Yeah, that would be difficult.
I mean, yeah, it would be. But,
all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in once again. We'll be back tomorrow. Make sure to check out Stream B. But we'll be back tomorrow for the quarterfinals at 10 a.m. local time. See you tomorrow.